As we reported yesterday, businessman and former mayoral candidate in L.A., Rick Caruso, has formally endorsed Nathan Hochman for L.A. County District Attorney as he seeks to unseat George Gascon. Following the endorsement, the two held a roundtable with violent crime victims, including Mary Klein, almost beaten to death earlier this year near the Venice canals.
Raped, kicked in the head numerous times. I tried to get up a few times over the time of an hour, and each time I was attacked. Our district attorney needs to take into account that their first job is to protect the public.
Caruso and Hochman were meant to join us at 6 last night. Well, tonight, Elex has a one-on-one with Caruso at an event in Newport Beach, and Elex is live there now, which is why he's not sitting next to me in the studio. Elex, take it away with Caruso.
Yeah, there's one right over here for that.
Yeah, Marla, we are here. The World Affairs Council of Orange County invited me to have a conversation on stage tonight with Rick Caruso, and we are grateful to have him joining us here now to talk about a lot of different issues, including we just were talking about the DA's race. In the last race, you endorsed and fundraised for George Gascon. Now Nathan Hochman. Why Hochman and why not Gascon?
Well, to be clear, I did support George early on. We were old friends from LAPD, but I actually, when I understood his policies, I changed and endorsed and funded, fundraised for Lacey. But listen, here's where we are. We've got, by every standard, every metric, the guy has failed, and crime is going up. More people feel less safe in their communities. We've got small businesses being impacted. We were with Christy Vega yesterday, as you know, at Casa Vega. A lot of her employees are getting attacked on Metro, on buses on the way there. So when you take a look at it, from a leadership standpoint, he's failed, and a policy standpoint, he's failed. Things aren't going to get better in 4 years with George. So we've got to make a change. And I think Nathan will be a great district attorney. So I was proud to endorse him, and I'm going to work hard for him.
I know you've talked a lot about being a proud Democrat recently. You've been fundraising for Biden. George Gascon is a Democrat, the Democrat in this race. Nathan Hochman ran as a Republican in the Attorney General's race, now says he's an independent. For Democrats that say, why aren't you backing the Democrat?
Well, first of all, I think we should not worry about parties. We should worry about performance. And so just like George Gascon used to be a Republican, right, and now he's a Democrat.
For 30-plus years, George Gascon was a Republican.
And frankly, I don't think it matters. What matters is if you're living somewhere and you feel unsafe, if you're walking down the street and you're feeling unsafe, you don't care what party your district attorney is a member of. What you care about is he or she doing things that are making your community safer and holding criminals responsible. So, yes, I'm supporting a lot of moderate Democrats around the state of California and proudly doing so.
On the issue of homelessness, you talked about that during the Victims Roundtable yesterday, saying that there's been a failure of leadership in Los Angeles. Does that failure of leadership include the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass?
It includes every elected official. It includes everybody on the council. Let's all just be honest about it. Walk around the streets, drive around the town. I drove going to that meeting through Skid Row. It's never been worse. It's so sad. It is so inhumane what's happening, but it's through every part of our region now. Whether you're in Brentwood or the Palisades or Hollywood or South LA, it's everywhere. Now, we're going to get the homeless count. I think this Friday it's coming out. We're going to see what the numbers look like, and I hope it's gone down. But the reality is it's not getting better, and we're not building housing.
So
and
what do we do differently?
Build housing. Get them off the street. Karen Bass had a plan. Where's the plan? I had a plan. I was prepared to implement the plan. You can't solve the problem until you build housing to get the homeless off the street.
So what about your future? There's been speculation that may run for governor or maybe run for mayor again. Are you actively thinking about running for governor?
Well, right now I'm actively thinking about getting Nathan Hochman to be the district attorney, and that's going to be my focus. I have a lot of people encouraging me to thinking about another public office. We'll see. We'll see where the cards unfold and whatnot. But right now my focus really is on the DA's race and other races throughout the state, like many of these moderate Democrats, that can actually make a difference, get people in office that can reach across the aisle, get rid of the extremes, and let's keep moving the state and the country forward.
And is part of that also reforming Prop 47? That's on the ballot in November.
No doubt. We got to reform Prop 47. I haven't endorsed the changes that have been made to date. I got to spend some time on that. I think we probably need to do a little bit more. But we clearly have to change that. It's been a problem.
And lastly, we're here for the World Affairs Council. A big part of what we're going to be talking is about what we can learn from other cities around the world. What's the biggest lesson that you've learned from other cities that could be implemented here in Southern California?
Many other cities and countries do not have a homeless problem because they build housing. You know, you go into, you know, Austria has a huge program, and it's had for years, building housing. So they're committed to getting people off the streets and giving them a better form of life and a path in life. And we've got to adopt that.
Rick Caruso, always great to see you. Thanks so much for sharing your perspective. Marla, back to you.
All right, Elex, I appreciated that conversation with Mr. Caruso. We know that you have a busy night ahead of you. Thank you for all you do.